Hello everyone, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning and Laurie and myself are back off on another adventure. We are going to buy a new car for our new business venture, Magnitude. We've been looking for a car that can be used as a cheap but enjoyable both road and track day car. So we want something that for people that want to take a car on track but without having the fear of a really big insurance excess, they can have something that's still going to be enjoyable and fun to drive but pretty cheap. So we have bought a little something that we're both quite excited about, and we're now driving about 170 miles to go and get it. So we'll update you when we get there and show you what it is that we've bought. So no real mucking about on this video. We've collected the car, we paid for it, we actually did that a few weeks ago. And we happen to be here today in Telford at the home of Cobra Seats because I was having a little bit of work done on the Evora. We've been just tweaking the seats, I've gotten it just a little bit. However, the star of today's video, of course, is Laurie and I's brand new, beautiful whip. We present to you.
Da 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 da.
It is the MG ZS 180, and we paid the princely sum of 525 of your Earth pounds. And to be honest, compared to Lawrence's MR2,
we're moving up in the world in cars that we collect off eBay. This is a significant step in the right direction.
Yup. So it is a 2001 car. It is in, to be quite honest, pretty remarkable nick. It's got some horrible kind of tap on the wheels here. It's got quite a bit of lacquer peel over it.
It has this very attractive racing stripe,
which is probably covering some sort of horrible defect in the paintwork. To be honest, the major bit is the sort of front bumper here.
Shall I pop the hood for the...
Please do. Pretty much one of the major attractions of this car is what lurks under the bonnet. And it's not one of the little 4-cylinder K-series engines so beloved for their chronic head gasket problems. This is in fact the 2.5 litre KV6. Look, 24 valve quad cam. It is allegedly about 180 horsepower, and it's a very sweet sounding little thing. Now of course, this being a cheapo little sort of car that we've bought basically sight unseen, does have a few small issues. We'll take you through those now. Issue number one, we have of course the standard issue aftermarket panel builder. It does look like a K&N, whether it actually is or not, I don't know. It is, however, touching the radiator, because I've been told that to get the best performance from your engine, what you want to do is feed the engine with the nice warm air coming straight off the rad. On the inside, we actually have, to be honest, a pretty nice interior. It's got this black fabric with red accents. You have this pretty nasty looking gear knob, very strange, completely unbranded stereo, aircon that doesn't work, a number of very strange rattles, this suspicious white substance which is just sort of lurking on the floor.
Equally suspicious smell.
Yes, not as bad as the MR2, let's be honest.
No, it's just suspicious. Oh, that sounds good.
Bit of grease needed on that back door, I think. Now in the back you may see that there is a boot lid. There is a reason there's a boot lid on here, because the guy who owns this car, his neighbour...
Owned. It's ours. It's ours now.
It's ours. The guy who did own this car, his neighbour ran into the back of it and dented the back. So he dented the boot here and dented this bumper, and then the guy made the neighbour pay for a new boot lid. The problem being that the boot lid, the neighbour basically painted himself, and I'm going to be honest, looks like I've painted it. It's a terrible paint job. I think we've decided we're going to live with the dent. So a couple more bonuses on this car. There are some absolutely fantastic parcel shelf speakers. You know, they really scream that the sort of person that had this car in the past was too cheap even for crappy 6x9s. So that's promising. Lawrence, if you pop the boot for us, please.
Did you see that?
We do, however, have an unusual assortment of spare parts in the back.
Shall I use the... watch out for your bag. Shall I use the official MG locking device for the boot?
Yeah.
This is official, this is.
goes in here.
When
It goes in here.
there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop scratching our boot to pieces, you bastard. Not in here, in here.
This doesn't work.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Just leave it. Don't go anywhere near that. I'll cut your hands off. Right. So
That was fake.
we have in the back. We have this didn't come in. This is Lawrence's very attractive jacket. You know, people talk about us already, and you've got a black leather jacket. You know, it's not going to help.
Reinforcing the stereotypes.
We have a tyre in here. We'll tell you more about tyres on this car in a moment. We have a headlight for no apparent reason, because there's nothing wrong with the lights on this car. We have a unit, an HVAC unit for the car.
Is that where the radio used to be? No, it's just a spare unit.
Just a spare HVAC unit,
Because
you can. We have 4 sets of shock absorbers, so that's possibly a hint that the ones on this car have been changed. We've got this definitely very handy inflation kit. We have 2 wishbones. We have 2 rear lights, also for reasons unknown. That looks, I think that could be original airbox, maybe? Yes, original airbox.
Oh.
So, is it? Ooh! Wee.
This is a good start.
Yeah, lovely.
I
Covered in crap.
can just
So that goes in there.
stay in
And we have a bottle of Car Lube's finest fully synthetic 5-watt 40. Now perhaps the best part of this car, or I think the funniest part, is the fact that we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different brands of tyre on this car. The lorry's also got another item we found in the boot.
something. Apparently, this will bring back, restore the original colour and shine. Maybe we can use it on the on our new bonnet, and it will bring back the original colour.
Yeah, probably silver. Yeah. So there is, however, another very good part about this car. Another very bad part is the fact that there's an almighty noise from the rear, which does sound at 70 miles an hour like somebody's trying to chainsaw the back half of the car, and we're told that is a failing wheel bearing. It got through its last MOT somehow miraculously, despite having an engine warning light and wheel bearing that sounds like it is disintegrating. So that's not great. But one very nice feature, if you please, sir. Give it a little tickle. 2.5 litre V6. Yes, very nice. So yes, the plan for this car is, we've been talking to the Cobra guys. We want to get a pair of their Monaco seats with their entry-level FIA certified seats to put in the car, so we've got something a little bit racier. We're then going to basically do all the tyres, all the brakes, give it a good service. Probably going to need to put a, not a head gasket, we're going to need to put a cam belt on it, which is also not cheap at all on these, unfortunately, and basically kind of go from there. But for now, we're just going to try and get it home without it falling apart and enjoy the car. But we are pretty happy with it. I mean, it's actually, I haven't yet found any rust on this car at all. We're actually pretty pleased with ourselves on this one for another car bought completely the wrong way, completely sight unseen. I mean, unfortunately, I have paid about £25 too much for it to be eligible for my own Scrappage Rally. And for those of you that aren't aware, I've recently taken over running an events company called Magnitude, and we have a cheap car challenge that we are running this year and next year for cars of £500 or less. So if you fancy the sound of that, I'm going to put a link to that in the description for this video. But for now, Laurie and I are going to try and get home intact with our new purchase. Thanks for watching, guys. You'll see more on this car and Laurie's MR2 very soon. Bye-bye.